we have a report that's has a little bit more information, very similar, pretty popular, and that would be our member saturation report. So this is basically the same report in terms of information, only we've added a few columns to it. The big difference here is this is actually generated off of your customer data. So this is really short. I didn't want to put a whole lot of stuff in here and overwhelm you, so I just put a few routes per location. But basically, we'll take your customer information and we'll basically do like address hygiene on it and cleanse it. We'll standardize the addresses and fix any little errors in spelling. If there's a missing zip code, all that stuff will be added back in. But most importantly, we append a whole bunch of information that you typically don't have. And one of the key pieces of information is the carrier route. So we're able to put in, make sure the zip code's right, and then we add in the carrier route, and then we can also determine how many members are in each unique carrier route. Once we've done so, we take all those carrier routes, whether there's 1 or 100 members in it, and we'll run that in our mapping system. And what that'll do is give us a report, just kind of like what we just looked at, with every single route that you have that has at least 1 member in it. From there, we may knock off, some of the one members and 2 members, depending on how mature the club is. We really just want to give you the information you want to see, so we'll weed out the junk. And once we've done so, we'll put it in order by customer saturation percentage, which is this column. So what we've done is we're going to take your customer information after we get this report, and we'll merge the two together. So we'll know how many customers are in each route, and then we'll actually take a look at the total pieces in a route. So for instance, this one is 122 homes. You have 120 single family and 2 multifamily, and we'll divide 29 by the 122, which will give us 23.77% saturation. So what we're looking at are members to homes and determining how many members to homes each route is yielding. That allows us to grade this with a percentage and determine which routes perform the best. Makes it, if you have a quantity that you want to mail, this is a great way to start if you don't know where you want to mail, you don't know where your key routes are. And then what we would do is we'll do a mailing, and then if you'd like, we can take the members that you obtained from that mailing, so we can actually do a matchback report and determine where your members came from that promotion. And we can compare it to this. We can do basically the same exact thing, just based on the new members, and determine what routes didn't perform and which ones performed great. And let's say we had a few routes that didn't, they definitely underperformed. We can remove those and add some, the next best routes in and see how those perform. So it's a pretty solid way to, determine where to mail.